welcome back to Pancakes and Pandemonium. For you new subscribers, I'm Sarah and welcome. So typically on Monday I would do a what's for dinner, and that is where I share 3 to 4 meals that I made the week before. Last week I really was not feeling great. I had a flare. So for you new people, I have arthritis, fibromyalgia, and IBS. I'm a treat. And I control it with diet. I do have some medications. Well, I have one medication, and I can't take NSAIDs because I've had ulcer issues and stuff. So the weekend before, I had eaten something I really shouldn't have, and I knew I shouldn't have, and I knew like I would have a stomach ache, but y'all, I had like a full-blown major flare. If you go back and watch those videos, a couple videos from last week, the end of last week, I'm in like a orangey like shirt, and you can see like my face is gigantic. It was rough. So I had some collab videos to film last week and Mason's baptism to get prepared for, and I was way not feeling well. So a lot of our dinners, we had a mac and cheese night. We had, what else did we have? We had a ramen night. We had a nacho night. But I did get 2 meals cooked, which I will put at the end of this with voiceovers. So I wanted to come in and give y'all an update. We will be moving soon, which will be exciting. The kids really need their own rooms. We've been sharing, and it's all kind of been, we moved here and it was supposed to be temporary, and we've been here longer than we intended anyway. So they really need more of like their own specific spaces, and me and Lance need our own specific spaces, if you know what I mean. So that's kind of what's going on with us over here. So this week I'm already feeling much better. Y'all saw in the beginning, start of the morning, I got my nice caffeine jolt. We are babysitting this week some friends' kids, so yeah, it's gonna be a fun week, and we're gonna get some meal prep in here later today. And it's a great Monday. So I'm gonna head out, leave y'all those videos, those 2 dinners, and in the meantime, go ahead and like this video and hit subscribe if you haven't yet. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know what we have coming up, because it's always an adventure here. So I can't wait to see you back. Bye. Okay, you guys, this was such an easy recipe. We start off with a roux. And yes, you want a roux because it helps mimic the body and texture of that canned tomato soup we all grew up with. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Know what I mean? And I am using chicken broth as the liquid in my roux. I really like the background flavor of it. And honestly, this isn't my recipe. This is my sister's recipe. And in the recipe she gave me, it says chicken broth. So I wanted to make it as is before I decided to change anything. Aside from the roux, I used gluten-free flour so I could eat some too. But I didn't want to change it up until I tasted it the first time. And honestly, you guys, I wouldn't change anything. It is perfection. So, you know, we make up the roux. We let it kind of thicken and work. And then we add it's a whole box of chicken stock. And then we add 2 jars of marinara. You guys, this was a huge pot of soup, and you'll see coming up, we had enough for lunch the next day. So you can easily cut this in half. I could easily cut this in half if I just wanted it to make one meal. And so after we add the marinara, I'm going to add half a jar of that Trader Joe's pesto, and it is a 3.5-ounce jar. If you're cutting it in half, just add a good spoonful. So I stirred that in, and I didn't season it yet because the marinara's seasoned and the pesto's seasoned. So you don't want it to be too salty or too garlicky or whatever the case may be. So after I did that, I tasted it, added a good healthy pinch of salt, probably about 1.5 teaspoons. It did need a little bit more. And then I added a good pinch of brown sugar. I would say it's about 1 tablespoon's worth. I didn't add too much more, and so it wasn't quite as sweet as that canned soup, but I felt like what I added really rounded out and balanced the flavors. It was delicious. It was so delicious that I had to stop the kids after they had seconds from getting any more so that we had plenty for lunch the next day. And then just simple grilled cheese, butter the bread. Yes, we're butter people, except in the case of my ultimate grilled cheese. That will be a recipe coming later. And, those singles we all grew up knowing and loving as well, because that's just how we feel like we need grilled cheese. But yeah, everything got done, and then we added a splash of heavy cream. Just pulls it together, just makes it everything beautiful. And because we used the roux, we only needed a splash of heavy cream, which is the beauty of this recipe. It stays relatively healthy, and you still kind of get that, I guess, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but that taste of that canned soup, guys, it was so good. So part 2, as we're moving on, the tomato soup saga that I cannot express enough how delicious it was, I decided instead of grilled cheese, we would make garlic toast. So I used Tuom, a stick of butter, and a small pinch of salt. And you guys, I can't express enough. If you guys don't have Tuom, I will put a link down below so you can order it or read what it is. I use it in place of a garlic clove or squeezy garlic from the grocery store. You don't have to have it. It's perfectly fine to interchange. I just love it. So I lined the sheet pan with bread while the butter and garlic were melting. I just popped it in the microwave to melt. No big deal. And then once it was done, I brushed both sides of the bread with the butter and garlic mixture, which I personally feel like really just took it over the top, especially since, we used a very inexpensive bread. Out here, the basic loaf at Walmart is like 80 cents, 88 cents, something like that. It's super cheap, and it's pretty good bread, all things considered, but still, like I said, brushing both sides really, really took it over the top. And then because this was so super easy, why not be even more extra and add shredded cheese? This is the Trader Joe's Quattro Formaggio, which you guys, we absolutely love this cheese blend, but you could use just another Italian blend, pre-shredded cheese. You could shred your own cheese. Of course, you could use mozzarella. The sky's the limit. This is what we had on hand, and this is what I used. And guys, it was so good. It was a perfect, just kind of chill afternoon lunch. And the kids, again, like I said, they love the tomato soup, and they loved it, and they ended up being grateful they didn't eat it all the night before and had it for lunch the next day. So, win for mom. We always like it when we're right, huh? Okay, and then we made Tik Tok pasta with pesto. Mason wanted to help on this evening, and you guys, it's super easy. There is a brick of feta. I have Israeli feta that I found at Trader Joe's actually quite a while ago. I have one more that needs to be used up here probably this coming week. It's been a while that it's been in my fridge. So I added 2 bags of San Marzano, like cherry tomatoes, but guys, any grape tomato or cherry tomato works great in this. And then you guys know Tuom is my favorite garlic. And then I put in a healthy dose of Trader Joe's Sofrito blend. Sorry, I lost the name there for a second. And guys, it really just pulled it together. I always salt and pepper at the end after I add pasta water and everything. But yeah, you put your stuff together. Oh, I forgot olive oil, which I added about 5 minutes later after I put it in the oven, heads up. But yeah, put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes, and that is what you get. I use a potato masher and just kind of blend it all around. Oh, I start the pasta water first, by the way, guys. So I can drop the pasta and it can all come together at the same time. Tonight I finished off the pasta sauce with the other half of that jar of pesto from Trader Joe's. And guys, it was perfection. We loved it. Well, except Mason. He loved helping, but he's going through a pasta aversion right now. So, but everyone else loved it. It was so good. The pesto really just kind of pulled it all together at the end. And I really I didn't worry about draining the pasta super well as I was spooning it over because the pasta sauce helps. And yeah, Em wanted to shred extra Parmesan on because she didn't get to help early on. And guys, extra Parmesan never hurts. Am I right? But you guys, this was so fast, so easy. It didn't heat the house up too badly. Of course, I've said before, we have pretty good air conditioning in this house. So I'll try it again when we're in our own place. And I'll let you know comparatively how I feel about it. How does that sound? Guys, it was that quick and that easy. A dinner ready in about 20 minutes, and everybody was full. You can't beat it. And look at that cheese. Oh my gosh. Heck yeah for the cheese shot. But as always, thanks for coming by. I love you. I appreciate you. And I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.